You open your eyes, but there's no glory, no harps playing. There's just a problem. You're Hades, Lord of the Dead, one of the big three of the universe, but in practice, you're condemned to live the same day for the last 3,000 years. Forget the fire and brimstone they made up. The first thing you feel is the cold, an existential cold that seeps into your bones. You rise from your onyx bed alone because, spoiler alert, your wife, Persephone, would rather spend 6 months with her mother on the surface than stay 5 more minutes in this hole with you. I watch you getting dressed, the ebony crown, the black robes. It's ironic, isn't it? You have the power to tear the earth in half with a snap of your fingers, but you dress with the enthusiasm of a civil servant on a rainy Monday. You have breakfast served by shadows, nectar that tastes like nothing, ambrosia that could resurrect mortals, but down here tastes like divine cardboard. And that sound, always that damned sound. The river Styx flowing, that eternal playlist of wails that never stops. 3,000 years hearing the same thing. You've memorized every moan, every plea, every echo of regret. You think about silencing it all, making the underworld shut up for 1 second of peace. But if you do that, death stops. Chaos overtakes the mortal world. Souls start piling up. The fabric of reality tears. Congratulations, you're hostage to the only job in the universe that doesn't allow resignation, vacation, or even a single day off. The only joy? The dog. Cerberus drags his 3 heads toward you, drooling on the black marble you polished centuries ago. All 3 tails wagging out of control. He breaks a 1,000-year-old vase. Do you care? No. What are a few centuries of history when you have an eternity of boredom ahead? At least someone here seems happy to see you, but the peace ends fast. Too fast. Thanatos materializes in the doorway, his scythe gleaming with that light that shouldn't exist anywhere. My lord, the souls await. They always await, always waiting. You nod and he vanishes like smoke. You walk through the endless corridors, walls decorated with tapestries of the Titanomachy, that epic war where you and your brothers overthrew Cronus and the Titans. Remember when you thought you'd won? Remember when you thought winning the war meant having a good life? Zeus got the sky, all the glamour, eternal parties, nymphs worship. Poseidon got the seas, adventures, dramatic storms, coral palaces, and you got the consolation prize, the universe's basement. Someone needs to do this job, brother, Zeus said, as if he were doing you a favor. You arrive at the Hall of Judgment, and the line already stretches as far as your vision can reach. Hundreds of translucent souls. They don't look at you with admiration like they look at Zeus. They don't look at you with respect like they look at Athena. They look at you with absolute terror. You're the god nobody wants to meet, the name nobody dares speak, the deity with no temples, because everyone hopes they'll never need to visit you. The first soul approaches trembling, a farmer, calloused hands, face marked by decades of sun. You extend your hand and touch his essence, and then what always happens, happens. You see everything. Instant flashbacks of an entire life. He worked since childhood, loved a woman, raised children, protected his grandchildren from bandits, died trying to save his family. Good man, pure heart. Obvious fate, Elysian fields, right? Wrong. Because you also see the rest. 40 years ago, he killed a man. Self-defense, yes, the guy was going to rape him, but the fates don't care about context. The law is cold, binary, absolute. Murder is murder. You close your eyes, feel that familiar weight in your chest. You want to forgive. God, how you want to, but you can't. The fates weave the destinies. Even you obey. Your voice comes out hollow, distant. Fields of asphodel. The soul vanishes. Eternal mediocrity for a man who deserved rest. Next, a child, 8 years old, died of fever while her mother prayed to every god. You touch her essence, pure innocence. Not even enough life to accumulate significant sins or virtues. You look at Thanatos, he looks away. Even death has pity. Asphodel. You hear her mother arriving 3 souls later in line. It's going to be fun judging her, knowing she couldn't save her daughter. Spoiler, it won't be fun at all. And the line continues. Each soul, a dilemma. A warrior who killed in battle, but also raped women. Tartarus, easy. A woman who poisoned her husband who beat her every night for 20 years. Technically, murder. Asphodel, when she deserved a damn breast. A thief who stole bread to feed starving siblings. Theft is theft. Asphodel again. The hours pass, or would they be days? Time works differently down here. You judge and judge and judge, each decision tearing a piece from your sanity. And with each soul you think, I could change this. You have the power. You could rewrite the laws, create a system with nuances, give second chances, snap your fingers, and deliver real justice. But if you do that, the cosmic balance breaks, the universe crumbles. Zeus already warned you 3 times, and the last time he actually seemed worried, considering he spends half his time screwing mortals and creating problematic heroes that you're going to have to judge in the future. The hypocrisy is stunning. When you finally finish judging the last soul of the morning rush, your shoulders weigh as if carrying mountains. You walk to Persephone's gardens, that single corner of the underworld where she can make flowers grow with magic. They're wilting. Without her here, even the life she brought is slowly dying. You sit on the stone bench she likes and simply exist for a few minutes, a few centuries, whatever. That's when you feel it, that smell. Fresh air, sunlight, life. Hermes materializes in an irritating golden flash, bringing with him everything you hate about the world above. He smiles, that messenger smile that never brings good news. Hades, my favorite uncle. Lie, you know it. He knows it. Everyone knows it. Zeus summons a meeting on Olympus. Urgent matters of the big 3. You close your eyes, count to 10. Can I send Thanatos to represent me? Zeus was specific. Your presence is mandatory. Of course it is. You follow Hermes through the caves, rising, each step taking you away from your domain. Light starts leaking through the cracks, small beams that burn your eyes, and then you emerge. Sunlight hits your face, and you feel like you're burning, not physically, spiritually. You don't belong up here. Your skin too pale, your eyes adapted to eternal darkness. Everything about you screams intruder. In the world of the living, Olympus shines with that offensive brightness gods love. Gold, white marble, infinite blue sky. You enter the main hall and it's like walking into a party where nobody really invited you. All eyes turn. Apollo steps back. Aphrodite wrinkles her nose as if you smell bad. You technically smell like death, but manners should be universal among deities. Artemis whispers something to Dionysus. They laugh. Don't try to hide it. Zeus is on the throne, all pompous, decorative lightning bolts floating around. Poseidon beside him, still dripping salt water on the floor. Brother! Zeus opens his arms in false camaraderie. So glad you could come. You summoned, you reply. No frills, no pretending this is happy. Yes, well, Zeus adjusts on the throne. We have concerns about the increase in deaths in Attica. Plague. Are you processing souls adequately? You count to 100, mentally implode. I process all. Souls, Zeus, always process. It's literally my only cosmic function. No need for that tone, Hera interjects us, as if you were the problem. The meeting drags on. They discuss divine politics. Which hero deserves blessing? Who's going to win which war? Dionysus tells a story about an orgy in Corinth that lasted 3 days. Everyone laughs. You don't. When Athena suggests a celebration feast, everyone agrees excitedly. Hades, are you staying? Poseidon asks. But it doesn't sound like an invitation. It sounds like a test. I have work. You always have work, he responds. It's not empathy, it's accusation. As if you chose to live in the hole. You leave without saying goodbye. Nobody follows you. Nobody asks if you're okay. You descend back to the shadows, and when the last ray of sunlight disappears, you can finally breathe again. Back in Erebus, you don't go straight to the palace. You walk to Tartarus, that abyss of eternal punishment. You see Sisyphus pushing his boulder up the mountain. The boulder rolls back. He starts again, forever. You see Tantalus reaching for fruits that always pull away, water that always recedes, eternal torture, and you feel something strange, envy. At least they have a clear purpose. Suffer, simple, direct. Your job? Administering their suffering, judging who deserves it, keeping everything running, forever. No pause, no meaning beyond someone has to do it. You return to the palace when night falls in the world above. Not that it matters, it's always night here. You pass through the empty throne room, through corridors that echo your own footsteps, to your chamber. Cerberus is already sleeping, the 3 heads snoring in different rhythms. You lie down on the onyx bed, alone, the cold returning. Gods don't need to sleep, but you close your eyes and pretend. Because the alternative is staring at the ceiling, counting the cracks you memorized 2,000 years ago. 3,000 years have already passed. 3,000 more will come, and then 3,000 more, and more, without end, without pause, without escape. You are Hades, king of the underworld, one of the most powerful beings in the cosmos. Immortal, indestructible, invincible, and completely, irreversibly, miserably trapped. And tomorrow it all starts again.